another area in which Jamaica is in the cocoon, transforming. There is no other era, maybe for the 1960s, where the government has invested so much in infrastructure. Look, I drive on the roads too, and I drop in potholes too, right? And it's not something to be made light of or to joke about. But Jamaica, like many other countries in the world, suffer from aged infrastructure. I don't know how many of you remembered that in the Biden administration, when he just won, he had a major investment in infrastructure program because the idea was that the United States was facing the same challenge of aged infrastructure, and that previous administrations had neglected to invest in infrastructure. Well, Jamaica's problem is far worse because with a poor economy, even with a poor economy, you will still build roads and bridges. You may not build them at the pace needed, but you are still building them. But when you are faced with a choice of a limited budget, you're going to ask yourself, when it comes to the recurrent expenditure, do I spend it on maintaining the roads, or do I pay the teachers, the nurses, and the doctors? And governments for the last 40 years have been faced with that choice. Governments will borrow the capital to build the roads, but you really can't borrow for recurrent, even though we ended up at a point where we were doing that. And so what you earn is just simply not enough to satisfy all the recurrent needs. So you have to make a choice. This choice has never really been brought to the Jamaican electorate, because how politicians speak to the electorate is in a way that glosses over the complexities and the difficulties. And if you're a politician that tries to get too in-depth, people say you go on like you're brighter than we. And so politicians have sought to kind of paint an unrealistic picture of the challenges that Jamaica faces, and has never really sought to bring the electorate in to the understanding. So there are many persons in the electorate who are of the view that the government has the funds stashed away in some secret vault somewhere, and they're just mean-spirited and not taking the funds to fix the road. And I hear a lot of people calling from the diaspora saying, I'm calling from New Jersey, and I was just in Jamaica the other day. I went back to my country part, wherever. And the road, I know some of you in here do that. And the road, and the quarrel about the water, I understand. But I want you to understand that the many years of not having the budget to conduct ongoing maintenance would mean that the infrastructure would reach a tipping point, as the Cornwall Regional Hospital did, for many years of lack of maintenance. And it is just now, with good, solid economic management, that we are able to make allocation. Not enough for it to be done all at once. We don't have the capacity to do it all at once. We don't have enough contractors to do it all at once. But, the Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation responsible for works pointed out that no other administration has spent the budget that we have spent on the maintenance of roads in Jamaica. No, none. And yet, there is still this paradox of progress, this displacement of progress. People feel that they are not included.